Netflix, as the world's leading service provider and production company for American media, as of April 2019, Netflix has more than 148 million paid subscriptions worldwide, and the total number of subscriptions including free trials exceeds 154 million. Netflix has proven itself to be a leader in the global internet TV industry. With the development of Netflix, its unique talent management methods and company culture has recently been increasingly recognized, which is inseparable from the great success of Netflix. The core of Netflix talent management is freedom and responsibility. That is, freedom and responsibility coexist. As a Netflix employee, while enjoying a high degree of work freedom, it will also bear huge responsibilities. In order to maximize the strength of the company's human resources, its leadership follows the following principles when conducting human resources management. First, treat employees as adults. Netflix believes that the rules and regulations formulated by the company will constrain people's creativity and increase the cost of the enterprise. And aside from the normals, the logic or self-driving of employees can achieve better results at lower costs. When the company's employees put the company's interests first and are committed to creating an efficient working environment, 97% of the company's employees will do the right things. Managers can tell employees how they are doing, and they believe that as long as they are told the truth, adults have the ability to handle anything, even if they are fired by the company. Netflix considered formal review because it could not effectively assess the true performance of employees. Netflix used performance as an integral part of the work of managers and employees to assess employee performance. Through a 360-degree evaluation of colleagues around an employee to assess whether the employee is suitable for this job. If the employee is not suitable for this job, he will be paid a high service payment dismiss. The performance-based evaluation model makes the productivity of Netflix employees 40% higher than that of ordinary companies and fully taps the productive and potential of employees. Third, building a great team is the job of the manager. Netflix believes that in a rapidly changing business environment, there will be a lot of talent and job mismatches. In this case, it is necessary to have a frank conversation with employees to enable some team members to find a place that is more suitable for their skills. At the same time, the establishment of an excellent team is the most important task of the company, because the excellent team can complete the excellent work and give the company employees top remuneration in the industry. Netflix has also redesigned its board of directors so that it is no longer rigid. In terms of the board of the directors, Netflix advocates governance by walking about, which is similar to the rotation system. Board members participate in the staff management meetings from time to time, so that the board of directors can better understand the daily work and the management of staff to better lead the company. Fourth, leaders have the responsibility to create company culture. When leaders establish a company culture, they need to realize that the company's employees may come from a variety of cultural backgrounds, which requires that the company's leadership can create a culture that is consistent with the value of the entire company's employees on the one hand, and create a company culture later. We can stick to the company culture. Fifth, excellent talent manager must first think like businessman and innovator, and finally think like human resources. In some companies, HR is usually committed to improving the happiness and the satisfaction of company employees, such as competing for the best employer or drunk office space, while Netflix believes that good talent managers are first and foremost businessmen and need to have business thinking. Netflix's HR puts the company's revenue and development in the first place. In their view, qualified employees need to understand what their actions are good for the company and how they can get rewards. In summary, we can see that the core of Netflix's talent strategy is two keywords: freedom and responsibility, all of which are for the company to maximize efficiency. Netflix believes that people have power and do not take it away. So Netflix explores a radical new way to manage people, a way that would allow them to exercise their full powers. From the organizational resilience tension quadrant, we can see that Netflix is clearly in the first quadrant, the adaptive innovation quadrant. On the one hand, Netflix abandoned the traditional formal reviews through innovative talent strategy, instead it on performance first, and fully tapped unleashing employee productive has disrupted previous talent strategies. On the other hand, Netflix has also disrupted the streaming entertainment industry. By flexibly using the latest big data and algorithm technology, Netflix helps consumers quickly find favorite videos, thereby quickly assimilating a large number of users and occupying the market. Netflix's human resources strategy can be summarized as maximize the ability and the productive of employees. Once found that employees do not meet the requirements of their positions, they will pay a high severance payment and then dismiss employees. Introduce smart simplicity theory to analyze Netflix's human resources strategy. Smart simplicity means the simple defense against increasing complexity. In Netflix, it reflects the cooperation of individuals as the core of the organization. Netflix gives employees full work autonomy, power, and decision-making ability, able to do anything. And board members will participate in daily meetings of employees, implement flat management, and minimize the complexity of the overall organization. This series of measures have made Netflix human resources management advantage huge, fully release the productive of employees. From the perspective of United States, Netflix's human resources model has lessons for Internet technology companies similar to Google. Internet companies are extremely competitive. So similar to Netflix, the personal capabilities and the efficiency of Google employees are also placed at a very high position. And Google's performance management practice are directly related to the company's human resources management goals, because they ensure that employees maintain the ability to support the company's business activities, which will fully mobilize the productive of employees. In addition, Google launched the Oxygen project to evaluate and manage the way people work. This project also attaches importance to team building and employee development. Therefore, the related management model of Netflix can be promoted and learned from Google. Despite the great success of Netflix human resources management, this particular method of human resources management is not necessarily applicable to any organization, and the promotion in different countries will also cause certain difficulties. From China's perspective, Netflix's talent strategy cannot be promoted in traditional Chinese civil servants or state-owned enterprise occupations. On the one hand, these jobs are often called idle rice balls because national civil servants are not hired and cannot be dismissed. The resignation is proposed by the employee himself. On the other hand, China's state-owned enterprise or civil servants service the entire country and the society, and the goal is stability rather than efficiency, so Netflix's talent strategy cannot be promoted. Finally, from the perspective of corporate culture, according to the dimensional theory of Hofstadt's national culture, the United States, as a society of individualism, emphasizes the absolute supremacy of individual capabilities. Therefore, it is not difficult to understand that Netflix's corporate culture emphasizes responsibility and freedom. When personal capabilities do not meet the company's development, it pays a considerable severance payment to decisively dismiss employees. In summary, Netflix's employee management model is an innovation and subversion of traditional human resources management, with the goal of giving full play to the productive of employees, which can maximize the mobilization of employees and work together towards the goals set by the company. However, this human resources management model is not suitable for all types of enterprise and all countries and regions. For fiercely competitive and talent-intensive enterprises such as the internet industry, Netflix has many human resources management experiences worth learning from, and for industries such as Chinese state-owned enterprise or government civil servants, Netflix's management model is obviously not applicable.